It's How to Etsy, and today we're going to make some graphics for our shop.
How to Etsy, bloop, bloop, bloop.
Welcome to How to Etsy. This is a series where I show you how to build an Etsy shop from the ground up by going step by step through the process myself. I've been procrastinating hard on this video because I just needed to take one stupid picture and I couldn't get my life together enough to do it, but I have done it. We're making the video. This is the last piece of the puzzle that we need before we can actually go in and start setting up shop on Etsy. Are you excited? At this point, if you've been following along with the series, you know what you're gonna sell, you know how much you're gonna price it, you know what you're gonna charge for shipping, you already have listing pictures taken, and you've written your descriptions. And if you haven't done any of that, or you've missed those previous videos, there is a link in the description to the full How to Etsy playlist so you can get caught up because shit's about to get real! Making graphics for your shop isn't that difficult. There's only 3 main ones that we need. I'm gonna talk about them in just a moment. I'm just gonna take you through how I created them, what program I used. So let's just get right to it and start making some graphics. The 3 graphics you'll want for your Etsy shop are your shop icon, your profile icon, and your cover photo or shop banner. A cover photo is a large image that shows up right at the top of the homepage of your shop. It's the first thing people see, and it's a good way to have control over what impression your shop makes. Good cover photos showcase what your shop sells and the vibe of your items before buyers even scroll down. Instead of a cover photo, you can create a shop banner. The banner is smaller, allowing for some of your listings to peek through when someone first lands on your shop. It's another good way to set the tone of what people can expect from you and your shop. And you can also choose to do neither, letting your shop icon and your top listings speak for themselves. Which option is best? Whichever gets your shop open quickest, honestly. But I wanted to do a cover photo because I really like how it instantly sets the tone for your shop. These are the pictures I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the ones I procrastinated taking. I knew I wanted to line up a bunch of pairs of gloves and take a picture so people visiting my shop would know to expect knitwear made from unique and colorful yarns. I'm using PicMonkey to create all of the images. I recently found out that while it used to be free, PicMonkey now charges a monthly subscription fee if you want to save the images you create. You can get a 7-day free trial if you want to just test it out to see if you like it, but you can also use online sites like Canva or Photor, F-O-T-O-R, to create images for free. I'll link all of these in the description, by the way. To import my picture into PicMonkey, I'm going to choose Edit and then pick the file from my computer and it'll pop it right into PicMonkey. There's one picture I took where I used a miniature effect, which blurred the edges a bit and also made the colors a little more vivid. I like the effect, so I'm using that for my cover photo. And I don't want to get too fancy with this. I don't want to get too hung up on making graphics, especially since I've already procrastinated doing this for so long. So I'm just going to crop this photo down and overlay my shop name in text, and that'll be it. Etsy recommends your cover photo be 3,360 by 840 pixels. You'll see here that I play around with what part of the image I want to use for the cover photo, cropping it down to size and then undoing it to try again. I did have to resize the image so I could get as much of the picture into my allotted pixels as possible. If you look at the menu on the left, I'm in the basic settings at the top. PicMonkey has a lot of features and it can be overwhelming at first, but personally, I think out of all the online photo editing services available, it's the easiest and most intuitive to use. The more you play with it, the quicker you can make really nice graphics without too much effort. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. I wish it was, but it is not. So I ended up settling on this bottom view where you can see the bottom edges of some of the gloves, and all I want on the cover now is the name of the shop. So I go to the text button on the menu and I'm picking Coffee Break, which is my favorite font. I use it all over my thumbnails and channel art. I'm sure you have seen it if you watch my videos. I'm typing out the shop name and then I'm going to the text editing box and clicking effects. I chose an effect called Knockout, which syncs the text back into the image while giving it a border. I wanted the shop name to feel like part of the image by letting the texture and colors of the glove shine through, but I also decided I wanted the middle of the letters to have a translucent overlay rather than being completely transparent. So after adjusting the settings on the Knockout effect to make the border larger, I right-clicked on the text and chose Duplicate Text, which made an exact copy of what I already had. And then I removed the knockout effect from the duplicate and I lined it up with the other text so it was centered properly. And then I adjusted the fade slider to make sure you could still see the gloves through the text. And then I chose a color I felt complemented the image. And that's it. I didn't want to do too much more with it because I just wanted something quick and workable. Graphic design doesn't come naturally to me at all, so I have spent a lot of time over the past several years with my hoop shop studying what I think looks good on other people's graphics and experimenting, and one thing I've learned is that less is always more when it comes to graphic design, so I'm keeping this simple. And now all we have to make are the shop icon and the profile icon. The shop icon is the large image that shows up to the left of your shop name in your store, and the profile icon shows up in a small circle to the right of your store above your name. The profile icon will also appear on your personal Etsy profile. So to make life as easy as possible, I'm just using images I liked from the pictures I've already taken of my items. It's a good idea for the shop icon to emphasize what you sell, so I chose an image of some rainbow gloves. I think rainbows are really eye-catching and a good way to represent my shop, so I just opened the image, resized it, and cropped it to the necessary 500 by 500 pixels. I also adjusted the brightness, shadows, and saturation to make sure the image really pops, even though it's kind of small. And finally, for the profile icon, I chose my favorite image of myself from the entire shoot, resized and cropped to 400 by 400 pixels. I adjusted the brightness, shadows, and saturation like before. And that's it. That wasn't so bad, right? Hopefully by the end of this video, you feel fairly confident tackling DIY graphics, but if you're still overwhelmed or you just don't feel comfortable and you have a little bit of money to spend, there are actually tons of shops on on Etsy that do nothing but sell graphics, customized graphics for your Etsy shop. Just type in Etsy banner or Etsy graphics and you're gonna find tons of shops that have Etsy branding packages customized to your needs. And it's a great way to support your fellow Etsy shop owners. I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked it, you can do the thumbs up thing. If you have any questions whatsoever, please leave them in the comments. I am always happy to answer any questions you might have. The next How to Etsy video, we will actually be opening our shop, or at least starting the process of setting the shop up, because I'm probably gonna break that into a couple of videos. So if you're opening a shop of your own and you want to stay on top of those videos, go ahead and subscribe. I make all sorts of videos on this channel, not just Etsy. I encourage you to check them out. If you like my face, thank you very much for watching. My name is Jess. I hope you are having a beautiful day, and I will see you the next time I make a video. Goodbye!